Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. Another exciting Wednesday night with some ladies. But first, I want to give a shout out to Manscaped. They've given us a great opportunity. Order your ball shavers today. Nose hair, hair on your back, whatever it is, get rid of it. It's whack. Get 20% off, free shipping with our code WCIW. I hope to God you didn't go out on Halloween looking like a werewolf. Hopefully, you had your stuff all shaved up. If not, use the code today, right now. Thank you. I have some beautiful ladies here tonight. I have first Jiffy Morales. How are you tonight, lovely?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Doing great, doing great. And Chicken MF Champ. How are you,
Yeah.
Look,
in
I
the
couldn't get over her phone just flipping.
Because I was trying to set it up right. I was trying to set it up right.
Maestro,
Keep it
thank you
straight
so much.
face.
Salute. Okay, so my girls have some things to do tonight. So I have these beautiful ladies helping me co-host, answer questions, and talk about what's going on in their lives. Good evening, Luis Reyes. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in. Iceman,
Hey,
you have hair on your
Louis.
back.
Hi, Iceman.
I mean, I got hair hanging from my head on my back, but no.
I would say, ain't
Maestro,
no
yes,
hair on our
thank you
back.
so much. Thank you. And everybody, please hit the like button, share, comment. Let's have a good conversation. We have a great night set up for y'all tonight. But first, I'm going to introduce our guest. We have Tierra Brown in the house. So let's get her on in just a second. Okay, hold on one second. She just got off. So while we're waiting for her, Jiffy, you had a TKO win last weekend. Tell us about that.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Look,
Hallelujah.
it's always so scary going like to other places. Hey.
Hey,
What's
Tierra.
up,
Hey,
Good.
Tierra.
Tierra?
Welcome.
Hi.
We,
What's
we thought
up?
we had lost you. So I was like, so Jiffy,
Yeah, I
she's
don't
gonna,
know what happened just then.
that's okay. That's okay. Jiffy had a TKO win last weekend. So she wants to talk about that. And then you have some news to talk about. So we're going to get to that too. So Jiffy, where were you and what were you doing?
So I went to Melgar, Colombia, and I've been there before, but it's always a little shaky like going to another country because I don't know what to expect. So I know how like Colombians fight, but I fought a girl from Venezuela. And I was like, oh Lord, I don't know what they put me in here with. And this is my first 6 rounder. And
Mm.
the coach who worked my corner, he just kept saying, just calm down, just calm down. But I
Breathe.
I know I couldn't. I was like, man, I want to get her out of there. So I tried to get her out in the first round, but she was so tough. Um, but I made it happen in the second round.
That's
Thank
awesome.
God, because my nerves were shot.
Well, how was the crowd? How was the crowd? I mean, was this their girl? Did she have her like fans there? Was this her girl?
Um,
Their girl?
so she was from Venezuela, but I think she lived in Colombia, and the crowd
Mm,
was like they were really nice. I could tell. Thank God they were boxing fans because when they're boxing fans, they show respect. But
right.
when like the last time I fought, it was
Some
more
do.
like it was Colombia versus United States, and then when I
Uh,
knocked that girl out, nobody cheered, and I said, oh yeah, y'all got to get me out of here.
back door. Right. And
Yeah,
and that's the thing. That's the thing when you're fighting overseas. And speaking of fighting overseas, and congratulations, Jiffy, because that's
thank
like
you.
big news. Second round TKO. Somebody else.
That's hard. That's real hard.
That
Too. That's
that and
a
yeah,
lot of
that
nerves and
it's
everything.
like you have to do that. It's like you have to do that when you go somewhere else. And speaking of going overseas, Tierra Brown, girl, you got something coming up tomorrow. What's going on with
Well,
you?
no, it's next week.
Oh, it's next week. This is
Oh, what
It's
you got
um,
going
next
on,
week.
it's
Tierra?
it's
Or
next
you be
Thursday.
there. Yeah, or you be like,
I'll
sorry,
be there
on.
Tuesday.
Okay, talk to us. What you got next week?
So I'll be fighting in the Dominican Republic.
Oh wow.
I don't want to say who my opponent is yet because this is the second
Okay.
opponent that I have. You know how it is when it comes to me. You know,
I mean,
They
people
running from you.
11-0 and what, 10 KOs or 11 KOs?
12-0, 8
12 and
KOs.
oh, see, I'm behind.
But I
12.
forget too. I forget all the time. So
Yeah, no,
So it's
I
been really
definitely
hard
want
for you
to
to find
too.
fights when you turn pro.
yeah,
It is. It's crazy. And you all three girls on the panel, y'all all fight, y'all all get in the ring, y'all know what it is. Y'all know how opponents, pull out,
Yep.
Mhm.
but especially when you're 12-0,
yeah.
and 100% KO ratio,
Yeah.
who wants to
I would
fight
say
you?
you'll see why they dug in Tierra. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
no. I've been following Tierra for a long time in the amateurs. Um, One of my favorite boxers, and you probably don't remember me, but I took a picture with you in 2015 at the Nationals.
No, I
I was like, can I
remember.
take a picture with you?
I
Hold on,
remember.
so you was in Spokane too with us?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Okay.
I
I
was
ended up
there too.
not fighting because I didn't make weight. I was fighting at 106 and my cycle started and I didn't make weight. And my coach didn't want to move me to 112. So I just sat there and watched everybody else fight.
Wow.
Wow.
That's when I had met Tierra, but look, I think you had already knew who I was. I was doing that fight night stuff. And we was like up there kicking it and everything.
That was some good time. Those were some good experiences,
Yeah, it
Spokane.
was fun.
It was the first time for a lot of things. It was just a great experience. I don't even think things will ever be the same.
Right.
Right.
I don't think so either. And one thing that I have to say from somebody looking out on, out on the outside looking in, all three of you on the panel, every time I see y'all in public, y'all are so gracious to your fans. It's
Yeah.
like, and that sounds like, well, yeah, duh. No, because there's so many boxers that are not. They don't want to
Yeah.
take pictures. They don't want to stop and kiss babies and talk to the people that support them and follow them and admire them. And I just want to start with you, Tierra. What inside of you made you that way, or are you just that person?
I think I'm just that person. I think when it comes to being a public figure, you have to give back to your fans because without them, who are you? Like you can train 100 hours a day, you can go fight, but if you don't have fans that want to watch you, who cares? Like who's gonna? If you don't have anyone cheering in the crowds for you, you just fighting an empty stand.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
then,
And I
and then on
remember,
top of that, but by us being female, it's just like if you don't even have fans, you don't get fights because if you don't sell tickets, you don't get to fight.
yeah,
No lie, no
I
lie.
remember, I remember, we were at one of the USA National Championships. I believe it was 2012, and it was the first time I met Ann Wolf, and I
I
went
love
crazy. I went
her.
berserk, like I went crazy because I love Ann Wolf. She's like my favorite female
Yeah,
fighter of all time. And I
yeah,
approached her. She was so humble. She was so nice. She gave me a hug. We took pictures.
she
I told
is.
her I'm fighting the next day. Will you come? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh man, she might not come. She probably just told me that. Sure enough, she was there the next day
Oh
to watch
yeah.
me fight.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
met
things
her
like
before
that.
too. She's real.
It's things like that. Like you remember when your idols tell you something and they live up to it. And so I always say I'll always be that person. When my fans reach out, they write me, they ask me for t-shirts, they ask me for anything. I send it without hesitation. I sign pictures and all that without hesitation. I know people who will make fans pay for signed autographs. Like I'm not with that. I'm
No.
not with
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I've signed gloves that I fought in and sent them to people for free. Like I'm
right.
not with that. Oh, pay me. Who am I?
Wow. No, that's beautiful. No, it is, and it should be that way. And Anne is my favorite too. I love Christy Martin too, but those two, but Anne, that's my girl. Like
Right.
that's
Them two right there is the truth. Like I met
yes.
Ann so hood. I said, bro, they can't see I ain't never changing, bro. Cause I love
You
that
ain't
hood
never
stuff.
I know that's right. Don't change for nobody. I met both
Don't
Don't
of them
change.
too.
change.
I freaked out when I met Christy Martin.
Yes, yes, same.
I started crying. They introduced me to her before I fought in Austin in February, and I started crying, and I was like, oh my God.
She,
Yeah.
me too. She is so she's so humble. She's so humble. Chicken, like what makes you just be so friendly and great to your fans? Like when they want to come up and take pictures, they want you to twerk for them and everything. Like what where does that come from?
I mean, I mean, just like Tiara said, that's just me, and then I done been through the struggle, so it's just like I'm getting to a level where I am getting my roses, you know what I'm saying, and it just be so fun, and then it's really like it be surreal to me because it's for people to just walk up to me and be like, I want to take a picture with you. A girl to walk up to me, hey, you chicken right, girl, I love you. Like I really
Yes.
love you. So it just like it just give me that feeling. So I just like, man, I'm gonna stay myself because without just being myself, nobody would, you know what I'm saying, just really like what's that word where they just really like
They gravitate towards you.
yeah, they gravitate to me.
Yeah,
Like, it's like
for
they
sure.
seeing me in them, and they get to see me live my dream. Like I got people who've been watching me on Facebook from when I started in underground boxing, and they see where I'm at now, and it's just like they be like, "Dang, that's lit."
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want you. We're gonna go back to that because I want everybody to talk about how and why. But first, Jiffy. So you're so gracious to your fans too and everything. Where does that come from? How does that make you feel?
I'm I'm a real godly person, and I just love everybody. Um, and honestly, like I didn't even know that I had fans until like sometimes people like they'll say, "Oh my God, I've been following you. Like this is such an honor," and I'm like, "Really? This is so
Oh,
like I
oh,
don't know. I don't I'm just always myself, and I think about like how I would want to be treated if I approached somebody. Like if
Right.
Christy Martin if she would have been an asshole to me,
you
I probably would have
crushed.
lost my mind.
Right,
So I just treat
right,
people how I want to be treated.
right. No,
Pretty
that's a
much
great
the
motto.
golden rule.
That's so true. That is a great motto. I wanna go back around, run it back to you, Chicken, and then we'll go to Tierra, and then we'll go to Jiffy. But so why? Why boxing? Where does this come from? Where did it begin? Why?
Oh, I mean, it came from I was at work and they were just like, hey, y'all want to like do some fight? We gonna do fight night, and you can make tips when they throw money in the ring. And everybody know me. Everybody know me. If it's about some money, I'm doing it. We gonna do it.
This girl's a businesswoman for sure.
Yes. Cause my motto, like everybody hear me say, my motto for sure is, man, I do not fight for free. I do it for a fee. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So, you know, shoot, and it came for that. And it was just another way to be able to feed my kids. You know, I got two little boys, and I just, you know what I'm saying, vowed to myself that I'll never let my kids go without, you know what I'm saying, they make sure they have everything they need.
They do.
I try to give them what they want. You know what I'm saying? If they earned that to get what they want, you know what I'm saying? But I'll make sure for sure they have everything they need. And I always had somewhere to live. We ain't never had to go live with nobody. You know what I'm saying? They always been able to eat whatever they wanted to eat. So it's just like, hey, I'm a mama before anything.
Yeah, that's true. So you would say your why is your kids. I guess your kids motivated you.
They my motivation. You'll see them at the ring. They
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
screaming,
me too.
"Mama,
And they're
go,
not little. You said you
mama!"
had two little boys. You don't have little boys anymore. They're big.
All right, they some little grown men. They 17 and 15, and one of them like 6'3",
Oh,
6'4".
girl,
Oh,
Yeah,
there's some grown men around here.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
grown men,
They
grown.
always just gonna be your little boys.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Tierra, what is your why? You know, you started a long time ago. You were in the amateur program, very highly decorated, now into the pro realm. What was your why?
I think I have quite a few wives actually. Um, I started boxing. Two of my cousins were boxers, so I started doing it to stay in shape because I played basketball, I ran track, cross country. But the longer I did it, the more I realized how good I was at it. And then it's just like I want to be my nephew's inspiration. I want to be their heroes. I don't
Yeah.
want them to look up to anyone but me. I don't want them to look on TV and look up to the person that they see. I want them
Right.
to look up to Auntie Tierra. And that's
Yeah.
just how, like, my entire family in general, they look up to me, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
You have a
Um,
purpose.
right, a purpose. I'm the type of person where my mentality is there are a lot of athletes, and I'm not knocking anybody, but there are a lot of athletes that They go to the club, they smoke, they drink, they get drunk. There's nothing wrong with having a little drinky drink. Nothing wrong with having a little drinky drink. But they get pissy drunk,
Time,
and then
place.
they're like fighting, they're cussing out people. I don't want my kids to look up to that. I don't want I don't want my young fighters at my gym that I train to look up to people like that. You
Right.
know, because that's not teaching them. That's not teaching them values, morals. You know, to have good character and to be humble. That's not teaching them those things. So I want to be an inspiration. I want to be a positive role model. I always think, like when I do something, I always think of it like this: would my church be disappointed in me if they found out that I did this? If the answer is
Wow.
yes, I don't want to do it.
That's some strong willpower. That's beautiful. That's great. But yeah, role model in fact. Definitely. For sure. That's really beautiful. What about you, Jiffy? What's your why? What made you
Um,
want to get in there and get punched and punch people?
I know it's crazy, right? Um, so I always say like my why is more so fighting for that little girl that couldn't fight back. Because I was raised like I was in the foster care system, and it wasn't always good. I came from an abusive background, and I think when I got older, it just so happened that I needed to find an outlet, and I was trying to lose weight, and I just kind of fell into boxing. I tried to just do it recreational, but the coaches kept saying you should really try it like competitively, and I just thought like y'all crazy, like I don't want to do this. But I sparred for the first time, and I literally saw blood and was like, oh yeah, we doing this. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
period.
yeah,
absolutely.
but I think it's very empowering. I would love to say like, oh, I do it for my kids, but I don't. I only go to the
Right.
coaches.
No, but you know what? That's okay.
Yep.
Because when you do things for yourself too, that makes you better all around as well.
Yes.
You know.
Hey, if anything,
Um,
that prepare you for when you have kids, you already have something. You always have hard work and determination already instilled in you, so you can be able to pass that on to your kids. Because these days, these kids aren't getting taught that. They're not getting taught these type of things.
at
So,
all.
the hard work, yes. I feel like now since we went through the struggle, we like some hood parents raising suburban kids. They feel so entitled
Yes,
right
they
now
do.
because we don't went through so much stuff that we be like, man, I ain't gonna let that happen to my kids. My kids don't have
Hmm.
all this, and
Yeah,
it's just like, yeah,
trying to protect them from
Let
everything.
let
yes,
let me modern king boxing. First of all, I have manners. I'm not going to interrupt the ladies when they're speaking. And when they first got on the show, they did introduce themselves. They're all female fighters, very well decorated. Tierra in the amateur, in the pros. Chicken was an amateur, Jiffy, and in the pros now. So stay tuned, rewind, hit the like button, but I'm not running it back.
yeah,
Um, yeah, you know, you get, and that's a lot of the stuff that's going on right now on Twitter, Instagram, all the social medias where you get these people that because they see you on social media all the time, they feel like they have a right to say something to you. They have a right to give you an opinion about what you should and shouldn't do. And people don't realize the sacrifices that
that
you
we
ladies
making.
make. They don't. Um, Tier, how does that make you feel when you get somebody on social media telling you what you should be doing or how you should be running your life?
So when it comes to social
That's what I
media,
do. Yeah.
sometimes you have to just inhale, and release and let it go. Sometimes the thing, like, what people are very cruel on social media, right?
Yeah.
But I'm
Yes.
strong-minded and strong-willed. But I know some people who get bashed on social media. They go into depression. They're sad. They go into anxiety and all these things. But at the end of the day, I say, are they paying my light bill? Are they paying my rent? Are they buying my groceries?
Hmm.
No, because
Wow.
it's sad that I can only speak for our country, America, because I have friends in China, Russia, Germany. I mean, close friends that I speak to all the time. And I know for a fact that social media in America is terrible. We get on here, we post fights, we post people getting stabbed, getting shot. And you know that for likes, right? For likes, people can be so cruel on social media. You know, picking at people who don't know how to read or write, or calling them fat and obese, not caring that you may be that last thing that you say to that person might be the last thing that they hear before they kill themselves. And then how are you gonna feel then? We're so opinionated and so like cruel. It is disgusting because you don't know me. You know me through social media. That doesn't mean you know me.
Right.
So you have to if you're
Because
gonna be
I only allow
respectful,
you to see what I want you to see
right,
sometimes.
right. And everyone is allowed their own opinion, but be respectful with it.
Yes.
For sure.
That's why I
Be
don't call
respectful.
fighters bums, because it take a lot of courage to
Yeah.
even get in the ring. Regardless, it's what I say is levels to fighting. So I don't call people bums, it's different levels, yeah. But you know how much courage it takes to just get in that ring. Like, you know, people be having on their minds. Like it's just a lot.
You literally put your life on the line for other people's entertainment. And I think that some people don't understand that.
Yes.
No, they don't. They don't. And I always say it takes special people to even be involved in boxing. I mean, we have so much going on in boxing that I want to touch on. You know, Tara, I don't know if you have time to get on the discussion or not, but there's so much going on. But I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about your fight, and is it going to be live streamed? You know, how we can support, what we can do to support you in this fight.
Actually, the fight will be live streamed. I'll be posting a link probably on Sunday. A link when I get it. I should have it on Sunday. I'll be posting a link, and I'll let you know so you can like reshare it.
For sure, I will.
And all
Right, I'm
those things. But
watching.
yeah, because I'm ready to take. Hey, I'm ready to. I've been training super hard, you guys. I work 12-hour shifts at work, and I still manage to work out twice a day. I be exhausted.
Hey, I've been watching you. I said, bro, I don't know how she be going.
I don't know either.
You know, she's in Fort Myers, Florida. They had the big flood, storm, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, you know, making sure she's good, and she's like, I just worked 12 hours. I just, you know, and I'm thinking, this woman is built differently. You know, she's doing all that, saving lives, making sure people are good, and then she's still finding time to train for this fight next week. You know, that's special. It really is.
I be seeing them abs, Sierra, bro.
Oh, yeah. Hey, but listen, everything comes with a price. Because my abs were hurting so bad just a day from all those punches. But I'm gonna tell you. So I watch a lot of motivational speeches. I watch a lot of old training. Lately, I've been watching Mike Tyson, a lot of Mike Tyson when he was like 19, 20. And I just watch his workout regimens. And I'm like, how was this guy moving at 100 miles per hour like this for his entire workouts? I really don't know, because I feel like I'm in my prime. Why can't I do the things that he was doing? You know, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, the level, the intensity of his training.
Mike Tyson was something else, man. He wasn't human all the time.
Well, somebody said they want to see the abs too. Well, then go to her Instagram.
Yes.
Hey, because she showed you
post up a
posting
picture from
abs. Go
tonight.
on Instagram.
HLD, go to the Instagram. No, but you know what? I mean, you're talking about Mike Tyson and the things that he was doing, and you're saying this now. Okay, but he also wasn't out there saving lives, working 12 hours, you know, at a different job to make sure many people were okay. You know, because y'all just went through some very traumatic situations over there. And I'm sure y'all are still cleaning up. You know?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Like, I couldn't go home for 4 days. We had to stay. All of us had to stay together in this building. Hurricane Ian, it's bad. It's there. Like, the flooding got so high that the boats actually floated into neighborhoods. We have boats that came from off the water that are in people's neighborhoods, that have crashed against people's homes, that are in apartment complexes, that are flipped over. We have yachts. And it's just sad. It's sad how many people lost their homes. It's sad how many people died.
It's yeah,
And we,
exactly.
we
It's
weren't
very
able to get to them. No one could leave anywhere. Like we were trapped inside of a building. No one could
I know that
to
traumatized you.
know.
Did that make you want to cry? Like, how did it make you feel? I just know this because you actually right there saying, like, I was feeling sad and saying like a little prayer, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't like right there seeing it live in the action. So how did that make you feel?
I think during natural disasters, all you can do is pray, because at the end of the day, the way I look at it is God caused this hurricane. He started it and he could have stopped it like that whenever he felt the need, but he didn't, you know. And it's just like we have to just pray. Everything that happened is terrible. It's sickening to my stomach to know all the stuff, to have seen all the things that we saw at work, you know. And that's why I said you have to be more kind to people. No one knew this was going to happen like this. Who would have thought this would have been the most terriblest hurricane ever in the state of
yeah,
Florida? Like, no one would have thought that. And the fact that it hit my city, you
yeah.
know, I would have never thought anything like that. Just last week, there was a guy. I went on a call, and a bunch of boats. Get this, several boats floated into his yard. This is how evil people are. Several boats floated into this man's yard. So what he did was he decided to pull the boats from the back of his yard to the front. And when the owners found their boats, because we had a woman who found her boat, she lived down the block and found her boat in his yard. He told her $400 to take her own boat
What the
with
Wow.
hell?
his yard.
Wow.
Oh
I'm
my
saying people
God.
try to capitalize on the opportunity. It don't even be the right
They're already
opportunity.
down and out, already suffering
Yeah,
damage, and then he's an
probably the only
opportunist.
place she had
That's
left to even
horrible.
sleep at.
I
I'm
said,
sorry.
sir,
I'm from Florida, and Florida people ain't right. We just ain't
Mm,
right.
mm.
I told him, I said, sir, this is a time where everyone needs to come together. I said,
Absolutely,
you need to show sympathy, empathy, and compassion. He looked
absolutely.
me dead in my face and told me, that's not going to get me any money.
Wow,
He going straight to hell with gasoline
wow.
draws
So on
on.
Yeah,
that note, I said, okay, sir. Okay.
that's so sad. I hate to hear that. I really do.
And
I
this is
really
why
do.
we need boxing as an outlet.
It is. It is an outlet. It
Jesus.
really is an outlet. It is opportunist, and things are right. Um, Tierra, are you able to join us for the rest of the subjects, or you gotta go to work tomorrow? You tell me.
Oh, no, I'm off tomorrow. I like to how long are you guys going to be
Okay.
talking about a topic?
Okay.
Let me get ready. Let me get
Let
ready for
me
this.
tell you. Let me tell you where we're gonna be at right now. So we're gonna talk about, and I'm gonna give my opinion last, but we're gonna talk about Bud's Live. Did everybody see Bud's Live?
I didn't see it yet. I just keep seeing the tweets.
Okay. Okay. So
Girl,
so
I'm
we're
scrolling
gonna
past
tell
that
you.
thing so
I've
many
been in the
times.
gym the whole time.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about Bud's Live and our opinions on it and what we think. And Chicken, I'm gonna start with you, Chicken. You saw Bud's Live. Was he justified? Is he not justified? What are your thoughts on this? Oh,
Uh,
you're on mute.
Chicken, we can't hear you.
Oh, there you go. Hey, my
Okay.
phone been over here rebooting, y'all. I've been over here talking. That's why I said, why they act like they can't hear me and stuff?
Why
I'm
are
over
they
here just
ignoring me?
talking.
Why are they ignoring me?
I'm over here talking about Tiara. I'm trying to ask you something, Tiara.
My
Okay,
bad.
ask her.
Dang, that's why y'all can't hear me. I did not know. I wanted to just ask Tiara because we know we on this TV show that's supposed to be going on together.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and I wanted to ask her how she feel about that. You know what I'm saying about that. Like, do you feel like it's something that's gonna really bring us up in the platform and like how long do you think it's gonna take before it just really takes off? Because we've been talking for
Team
months
Compact
now,
League?
huh?
Is it Team Compact League?
No, not that one.
Okay.
Cause you know what I'm saying,
Christine knows
they
what it
came here
is.
to Dallas, but I'm talking about the reality celebrity of a champions. I'm talking about that one.
Christine knows. She knows
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. I haven't heard anything. Have y'all gotten any word on that? Any more
I have to
information
Google
on that?
this.
I mean, that we be talking on Clubhouse, but I haven't seen a contract yet or anything.
Do you guys know about Clubhouse? Because it was my first time learning about it.
I got on Clubhouse.
I've been on it.
Chicken told me about Clubhouse, and then during COVID, I was on Clubhouse.
That's when I got on there during COVID, and that's
Yeah.
when, but it had been an app, but it was only an
Yes.
app for like a lot of celebrities and stuff on there.
Yes.
So that's why we didn't really know about it. You
I
had
didn't know
to be a special invite, and then at one point in time, you could only have an iPhone to even get on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
So
Exactly.
I'm new to Clubhouse. Like what was it? Like a week and a half ago is when we had to get on last week. That was my first time. I don't even know how to work it. I don't know how to, because we're
I
supposed
know
to.
I was laughing because you was on there mentioning to my man, I can't work my mic. I don't know what's going on.
I'm like, I don't know.
You didn't
Like
help.
we have
You
to
didn't
add,
help
we have to
her,
get
Chicken. You
people to
couldn't
add it
help
or
her.
something. It's like we have to
I'm
share
over here
stuff.
Googling what is Clubhouse. What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
get the
Like,
app. Get the app, Jiffy.
so the show,
Get in
it's
on the conversation.
Celebrity Champion in the Making, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
And
celebrity champion making.
it's a group of men and a group of women boxers, and apparently there are going to be weight classes.
Yes, yes.
I don't know the weight classes. I'm sure.
No.
I mean, I know featherweight is one though, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure the other weight
And the
classes.
other one is super bantamweight, and I think the other girl, I think you should go from bantamweight, super bantamweight, and featherweight because most of those girls, those are the weight classes that we fight in.
Mhm.
You know what? They always leave out the little minimum weights.
I mean, it's
Just-
only like 4 of y'all.
Just leave us. I need to do some squats or something.
So I think we need more information on it, really. But I know
who
basically,
told me about it?
basically, the most important part, Chicken, that we know of is that the winner wins $1 million.
That's all we know. That's all we
Is it
know.
like a team thing?
No, it's your own individual person. And then, but when I seen all the girls on there, I was just like, so are we fighting each other or are we fighting other people? Because
Yeah.
we are really different weight
So
classes.
you know who told me about it actually? It was Christy Martin. She was the one that told me about it. And this was a while back. Actually, I remember exactly. I was in Italy, so I remember exactly when she texted me and told me about this, and then I passed it on. But yeah, we'll see what comes. That was quite a few months ago. Actually, that was quite a few months ago. So we'll see what materializes, and we'll keep you posted, Jiffy, on what
Yeah,
materializes.
I know about that. I know about that. Have you heard about the Team Combat League? Because I was invited to try out for that.
Girl, we'll talk off.
No.
We'll talk about
I think everybody needs to talk off because there's a lot of stuff going on.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
So let's get back to what Terrence Crawford said, because I want to know what happened.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Lord. I can't even wrap my brain around it.
Okay.
So this is
we've
what
got some different opinions. And I like it. This is what I like, because women, we can show the men that we don't get emotional and threatening people on social media because we don't agree with something. So we're gonna talk about it. Okay, Chicken, what is your thoughts on this?
Well, we gotta tell Tierra what he said though.
Yeah,
so basically, like he went live and he wanted to explain his side of the story, why the fight between him and Errol Spence didn't happen. So he had like a 20-minute video explaining his side of the story.
Yes, there you go.
So this is what I feel like. You know,
but what did he say? What's his side?
But you're gonna get 3 different stories, but with some fact and some you're gonna hear it, and then we'll talk about it. So, Chicken, go ahead.
Okay, I feel that the fighters want the fight to happen, but I feel like Spence's management team, I don't know if they actually have the confidence in him to win the fight. So they making the fight so difficult to be made, you know. And I don't feel like Bud is lying. And I feel like I don't see why other people are mad that he's going to get some guaranteed money. You know what I'm saying? Which the opponent is still a high-ranked top 10 opponent. And it really trips me out when people be saying, oh, we don't even know him. It's thousands of fighters. You don't know a lot of these fighters.
Yep,
A lot
and
of
that's
these
y'all
fighters
fault.
can
Y'all don't
fight.
know fighters.
Yeah. So you can't say who can and can't fight because we in different countries and everything. So at the end of the day, if he's ranked and he fighting somebody who's a ranked fighter and he's getting a guaranteed check, why are you mad? Why are y'all mad? And then y'all making the fight so impossible for him and EJ to fight.
Okay, and that's one perspective. And then Jiffy, what was your perspective? What were your thoughts whenever you saw this live?
Oh my God. First of all, I was like, can you just talk faster? I love Bud, but goodness, I was like, come on, spit it out. So I know Sierra's still like, what did he say? So basically, he was saying
I'm
that
still
he
lost.
he was saying that he want the fight to happen so bad and that he believes in himself to the point where he basically sacrificed an amount of
Guaranteed
a
money.
purse. Yeah, he basically agreed to terms that under normal circumstances somebody wouldn't because he believed in himself so much that he's going to win the fight. So he said, Bud said that he's his own boss. So he makes all the decisions for himself. He was talking to, what's the man's name? Al Heyman. He was
Yeah.
talking to him directly. He didn't get answers from him, so he called Errol Spence directly. There was two networks, hedge funds that were that guaranteed Bud and Errol Spence both $25 million a piece, guaranteed, with that, like, just to make the fight happen. So Bud said, you know what? I'm gonna call EJ and I'm gonna let him know. He told him, hey, they're offering us this money, but EJ said, well, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he didn't hear
No, he
anything back
agreed.
from
He
him.
wanted to, but then he said, let me talk
He
to my
talked to
people.
Al.
Yeah. So basically he didn't hear back from EJ. So then he called Al, and Al said he would not allow anybody else to get hold of this fight. So it didn't happen. They sent him he called it a contract, but then it wasn't a contract. He agreed to like all of those terms, but it ended up not happening. And he said that it's just not his fault, and that he just went ahead with BLK Prime to just make that fight happen. But I don't see a reason for him to lie. Everybody has their own truth and their own perspective. I mean, we don't know what EJ's thinking. We don't know like how his hands are tied. And then we also don't there was a lot of information that probably wasn't shared. I mean, I agree, if he couldn't make it happen, just find another route, because it don't sound like it's gonna happen.
Especially if Al saying this, he ain't gonna let nobody else touch the fight. But
Yeah.
yet it's still you won't guarantee this man no money, and he's still willing to take the fight, but you still making it so hard for this fight to be made.
Yeah, and look, this is the way I look at it. We're at our job, and we're being offered a promotion. But we're waiting. We're promised this promotion. You're going to get X amount of money. You're going to get this promotion. We're waiting. Then somebody else says, you know what? Why are you waiting on that promotion? Come work for me. Here, I'm going to give you a bag, and you're going to get exactly what you want.
Yeah.
He's trying to feed his kid. Okay, then I see that
shirt. Get the bag, okay? Get the bag. Excuse me.
Yeah.
He is a father. He is a family man. And I'm like, we would all do it in our jobs.
Yes, we would.
Who can blame him for going out and getting the bag? He said he wanted to fight this year. The year's about to be up. He's fighting in December. So he's going to fight, and he's going to get his $10 million guaranteed dollars. Who wouldn't do that? Instead of waiting for that promotion that may or may not happen.
Right. Now that I'm thinking about it, also there's always a method to the madness. I think sometimes like when they prolong fights like this, and eventually there might even be more money involved.
Man,
Right.
I feel like they need to fight right now, or this gonna be another Mayweather and Pacquiao fight. That was the most boring fight of my life. Like, we actually spent all that money and went to Vegas, and that fight was so boring.
Right. You know, Rick Merrigan, and I admire him, manager. He said something today on Twitter, and I totally agree. He said, you know, it was what he did was pretty much genius. I mean, now people are even more intrigued. To me, he's keeping it hot. He's keeping it going. I don't care what anybody says. I still want to see the fight. I still
Me
want to see
too.
it.
Yeah,
You know?
me too.
I don't even care if it was no belts involved. I just want to see this fight.
Right.
These are some of my favorite fighters, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and they can definitely fight. So I want to see this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Tierra, with what we've given you, I mean, what would you do in that position? Are you just gonna wait? Are you gonna be like, give me my money and I'm gonna get to fight because that's what I love to do. That's my one of my jobs. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna get the bag
You hear
and
me?
keep it rolling and keep it moving, because at the end of the day, who are we to say, oh no, he should wait? It's not us training like he's training. It's not us
Yes.
having to support his family. We don't know what type of healing his body can do. We don't know how long he has to be boxing. So who are we
Right.
to say, oh, he should just wait? Until how long?
Right.
Yeah, just keep it pushing.
Until how long? Like, the fighter he's gonna fight is ranked. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all that
Absolutely.
matters. You know, and that's the thing about boxing. It's not like the NBA. It's not like the NFL. It's not like the NHL, where they're sanctioning bodies that, you know, there are rules and regulations. Boom, boom, boom. You have to hit all this. Boxing is, oh, you do this, whatever you want to do. You know, it's not right. It hasn't been right for a
Boxing is
very
a
long time.
diva, a dramatic diva.
You said
It's
what?
Boxing is a dramatic diva.
yes.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You know, it's like just like Crystal said. She said it's okay to like both the fighters. You're
Yep.
right. She's
Yep.
being sarcastic. Like, really, there's so much hate, you know, on social
Yes.
media. It's true, and I do like both. You know,
Yes.
Yes. I like both.
For
you know,
real, like for real. I
EJ's
told
here.
Bud that. I said, Bud, I got to fight 50-50, bro, because y'all both special. I told this in your face when we was hanging out here in Dallas. And he didn't have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I said, bro, y'all my
Right.
favorite fighters. I really don't even care who win. I just want
I
to
don't
see
care who
this.
wins.
Right.
As long
I
as the
want to
fight
see this
happens.
action.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
That's
Yeah,
how you know.
I told him that, and he didn't think nothing bad about it or nothing. He was
No,
just
because
like, cool.
because the thing is,
The best fights are when they're an even matchup.
Yep.
that's what we want to see. We want to see the best fight in the face. Best. So Errol Spence is here. We love him. So Chicken and I know him. We've seen him since he came. We love him. Bud, I mean, I think, you know, we're closer to to him and his camps and everything. So it's like both of them. I like them. Do I have who I think will win? Yeah, but I could be wrong. It's boxing, right? I just want to see the fight. I just want to see the fight. That's it.
I
I'm
think
gonna
Errol
throw.
Spence will win.
I'm gonna throw in like a what is it called when it's like I'm just gonna throw in an alley oop.
Like
They
be
better stop
the
playing.
You
devil's
gonna throw a
advocate.
wrench? You gonna throw a
So
wrench in
look,
there?
let me
Okay.
throw a wrench in. Let me throw a wrench in there. Hey, they better stop sleeping on boots in this.
Mm.
No, you're
Hey,
right. You're
better
right.
He's
stop
supposed
sleeping
to
on
fight
boots in it,
soon,
because he's
isn't
gonna
he?
slide in and sign somebody's contract and then be the next superstar, which he is.
He is the next
No,
superstar. I love him, bro.
he is, and so is Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah.
Yes.
But,
Oh, I love
I like
Virgil
Boots
too.
better because he in and out like a robbery.
I
Yeah.
just saw
Ooh.
something about
Mhm.
him. Isn't he supposed to fight or?
Man,
I think he's ready to
you
fight.
don't never
Yeah.
hear, but you don't never see them two saying they gonna fight each other. Well, I just
No.
heard Boots say something about Virgil, but you don't really hear Virgil say anything about Boots.
Hmm.
No, he's gone straight for Bud and Errol Spence, Virgil. He's like, I will fight. He's like straight to the big dogs. Because Boots, you know, has yet to get to where Bud and Errol are. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he's like, no, I want to just get up there. But no, Boots is very talented. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, Tierra. I was not sold on him because I felt like he hadn't fought anybody. But then I went back and I watched his last 4 fights, and I saw his technicality, his
Yep.
footwork, you know, his defense, his offense, and I was like, okay,
I watch his training.
Yeah, it's
okay.
training.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, this kid is something else.
And he
Um,
fine.
And he's
but
humble. Look at his
I,
social.
I
Yeah,
want to see
Hey,
him get the
that
opportunity.
too.
Yeah, I
But
want to
he's
see
very
him.
humble. He's very humble. He's a very
Yeah.
humble person. In and out the ring.
In and out. Okay.
I can't wait till I meet him in person.
He was out here for Q's tournament. Yeah, when was that? Like in the summer. I was the ring announcer for that.
Nice.
That
Very
was
nice.
crazy.
You see, we've got some talent on this panel. Crystal said, yep, at pick a side season, Team Crawford. Anyone thinks that Bud might be moving in such a way that potentially opens new paths for other fighters? You know what? I
He
thought
did
about
talk
that.
about that, like basically
Yeah.
setting trends.
Maybe some
that.
fighters just don't need to go to these big promotional companies and just really just messing up boxing. They really messing boxing up.
Yeah, I think that's what BLK is. BLK Prime,
Let's
basically.
talk about that. Be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
talk about it. Basically, they're showing big fights for like unsigned fighters.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
they
people said to be careful because they don't want it to be like Triller, because Triller still ain't paid people.
Right.
For real?
Well, the
I
thing
don't
is,
know. I never fought on Triller.
back in the day, and Tierra, you remember this. Back in the day, Adrian Broner, when he was in the amateurs, he was first coming out. He's very talented,
Yep.
and they gave him another opportunity to fight and make some money. That's a blessing. That's a
Yep.
blessing to him. This is his.
They gave
fifth
him
chance.
was it a 3-fight deal for $10 million or something like that?
Yes. Yes.
Crazy. And Adrian Broner is so problematic. But you see what they're doing.
But he
They're
can
taking
sell
people.
fights though.
Yeah, he can still fight.
When he
No, I
fights.
say he can sell it. He can sell it.
Oh, he can sell a
yeah,
fight.
for sure. He can
For
still
sure.
fight.
He can
Everybody-
sell a fight.
Hey,
Like I
He
said,
can fight
boxing
when he decides to
is
fight.
dramatic. Boxing is dramatic and it's full of divas. So anybody who has an attitude like Adrian Broner gonna be able to sell fights, and
For sure.
and networks
Yeah.
are gonna try to capitalize off of that.
But you
For
know
sure.
what I am getting mad about? It's just like these guys talk so much about these fighters, and then they just do so much. I be wondering if these guys just be gay. How much they talk about another man all
They're
day
more emotional. They're more emotional
on their page
than we
all
as
day
women.
talking about a man and a man boxing. It's like you ain't got nothing else to talk about but
It's
another man.
they're insecure. They're projecting their insecurities onto one another.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I hate the fact that
But you
they
guys
go around
realize
saying,
that
"Oh, he ducking him." Bro, these are two grown ass men, highly ranked fighters that have fought some badass other fighters, and you want to tell me that they scared to fight each other? I don't think
Right.
nobody's ducking nobody.
Neither one of them are scared.
No.
Yeah. As fighters, we always want the best fights, but we also have people behind us that
Right.
sometimes won't allow those things to happen. Like it's been plenty of fights that probably have been offered to me. It was like somebody on my social media, like, "Oh, your fight fell out. You could have fought me." I didn't know my team was reaching out to them. I didn't know my team turned down that fight. Like sometimes things happen that we don't know about. As fighters, we're not gonna turn down a fight. But as a team, like they might not think it's the best thing for us at that time.
Let's talk sports.
Y'all's job is to fight, and sometimes
Mhm.
management or your promotional company has to protect you from yourselves.
Yeah.
And the thing is one thing. What Bud said was he doesn't have a promotional company. He's his own boss. And when he wanted to sit down at the table with Al Heyman and Errol Spence, that was a boss move. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Al Heyman said, this has never been done in the history of boxing. Well, there's a first time for everything.
Right. Let's
Those
make it
are
happen.
boss moves.
Like, give the fans what they want, man. Just give the fans what they want. Like, it's getting to the point that it's just like, that's why they not making money on pay-per-view no more. because y'all making us selling these pay-per-view prices for these very high prices, but we ain't getting the fight that we really want.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm going to illegal stream it.
Right. Well, that's funny. We'll talk about that too. But Crystal, yeah, I'm with you, girl. The Team Crawford may be old school, but they know the sport and the business. I do not know the BLK folk. I don't either. I still believe in Team TBC. I believe they make the December 10th fight. Why? What do y'all think? You know, the thing is that as long as they pay him his $10 million, everything's good. Whatever they do beyond that, that's on them. Who are they? Where does the money come from? We don't know. Doesn't matter. As long as he gets that check and it clears.
Right.
You know?
It's okay. I'm Googling him right now.
Like, why are you mad how this man is getting paid? Like,
right.
It be people who probably don't even have 10,000 in their bank account.
Right. Exactly. Girl, they don't have $100 in their bank account.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with social media. Social media dictates where he even had to come, and you know how he is, chicken. He did not even care about what everybody was saying, but he had to come back and make this live Instagram because of all the stupid people on social media.
And he's never done that before, and he had to do that for this. And then people still coming at him saying stupid stuff, but it's just like, bro, EJ ain't even saying nothing. So obviously it must not be a lie, because EJ not even saying it. It's not a lie.
Yeah, and so yeah, because he said that he was offered $25 million, both of them, to fight. They were going to get $25 million to fight.
Guaranteed.
And yes, and that Al said nobody's going to do the fight but me. So that, to me, that's a pride thing. And you got these, and I don't know Al, and no, I don't think too many people do know him. But I don't know him, but whatever was going through his mind, I don't know if I'm saying it's a pride thing. But let your guys fight. And if we look back at the history, how often do these guys fight? And then I know some of his fighters that have actually gotten their lawyers to get out of contracts because they were just sitting on a shelf.
Yeah, I've heard stories also.
Right.
I don't know. I think that what Bud did, though many may not agree, he's making history. He's making history. Right now, he's his own boss. He's doing what he wants to do, and he's still getting paid and taking care of his family. And who does not want to be their own boss and take care of their family while getting the bag, doing what you love? Who?
That's all that matters. That's all that matters, is that he's good with what he's doing. Yes. He's following his dreams. He's chasing his goals, and he's taking care of his family. Everything else doesn't matter. Social media, it just doesn't matter. And that's the thing.
Social media.
Social media is evil.
Right. Yeah, and he really didn't have to explain himself, but the fact that he did, he's still capitalizing off of that too. Because look how many views he got on that. Like, there's no way you can make money from that. There's no way that algorithm make him some money.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And Chicken knows too. Bud is a businessman. Boxing is not his only business. He has his hands in other things.
Yes.
So whether he fights Spence or not, he's still going to get the bag.
Yes, period. You know what's so funny? I called him yesterday and I was talking to him, and they say, I know when I get off the phone with him, I was at the house looking. I said, oh, this dude done went live. He probably would answer the phone too to see if I had what I had to say. So I didn't even know your ass done went live. And maybe you was the whole topic of social media on every platform right now. He laughing like a mug.
Yeah, exactly. No, and he is one of the nicest, funniest guys and most competitive guys I've ever met.
Oh my God. He will sit here and bet you and try to beat you if y'all trying to see who blowing tissue across the room. Like, oh my God, that's how competitive he is, y'all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we got a question. Okay, if roles were reversed and it was Spence, would the energy be the same? Yes. Yes. Because for me, I'm gonna answer just and then y'all answer too. Because if Bud was the one holding out, or his promoter, if he was with a promoter or whoever was holding out, and Spence wants to fight this year, and he's got his kids and his woman and his ranch and everything else that he's got to pay for, hell yeah. Go get the bag. Make your money. Take care
I'm
of
with that with anybody. Go get that bag. Shit.
That's
anybody.
Me. Tierra, what about you? What do you say? Would the energy be the same if the roles were reversed?
I'm like that with life though, not just the sport of boxing. Wherever the opportunity is, you have to go for it, regardless if it's Spence, but regardless if it's boxing, and regardless if it's your 9 to 5 job. Where the opportunity is, you got to go for it, because who's to say we're going to be alive next week, next month, next year? You have to go for your dream when you have it. If you have the means to go for it, you have to go for it. You have to do it right then and there, because tomorrow's not promised.
Right, you
It's
got to
just
seize
not.
your moment.
You do. You have to seize your moment when you get it. You can't wait. You just can't do it.
Especially when we in our 30s, baby. No, it's
well,
no.
you're giving somebody else the reins to your life. Like they're the puppet master. And they move you whenever they want to move you. No, we're gonna grab the strings and we're gonna move to our own beat, to what we want to do. That's what bosses do. That's what people that want something in life do. People that have things in life, that's what they do. We don't wait on somebody to be like, okay, you can go now. No, absolutely not. Jiffy, if the roles were reversed, would you be saying the same? Would you have the same energy?
I believe that if the roles were reversed, the energy would be different, because I feel like EJ's a little bit more problematic than Bud. So Bud is just kind of like, I didn't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. And I feel like EJ don't have no problem creating smoke. So I think the perspective might be a little different. And I think it depends on which side of the fence that everybody's on. But again, boxing is dramatic and everybody loves to stir the pot. But I think we'll still have the same perspective in terms of do what's best for you as an individual, as a boxer.
Absolutely. That's a great point. What about you, Chicken? What you think? If the roles were reversed, would it be different energy?
Man, I have the same energy. Pay them what they worth. Get this fight going, regardless. It's just come on, shoot. We got kids to feed.
Right.
So I feel the same either way, whichever way it is.
But even if you don't have kids to feed, you have a heart's desire to feed. Just like the Lord gave you that dream. I believe everybody has a heart's desire, and we got to fulfill it, because that's what we were born to do. So yes,
I'm telling you, God don't put thoughts in your heart, thoughts in your head, and dreams on your heart for no reason.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. So I want to move on to a different subject. So we had, rest in peace, to take off.
Jesus God.
That was very, very tragic.
Yeah.
And the thing, first of all, is very sad. To me, he seemed like the most quiet, grounded. It happened in Houston, where you're at, Jiffy.
Yeah, just like a few blocks from me. I live right downtown.
Yeah, and that's so sad. But the thing that really piqued my
y'all can't hear her now?
No.
We can't hear you.
I can't hear.
Christine, we can't hear you. You can't hear us?
Too, boy.
Look, tell Christine we got to point at her.
We can't hear you. See, who is it? That ain't nothing but God. God was like, hold on, girl.
He's about to light somebody up just then. He's about to light somebody up just then.
Look,
hey, I'm just ready to fight, because I fight November 26th. I'm ready to fight.
Oh, where are you fighting at?
I'm fighting here in Dallas at the Bun Factory.
Okay. Man, you be having a crowd too.
Yeah, man. I'm happy that they showing me some love here in my
Can y'all
city.
hear me now?
Oh,
Yeah.
good. We can hear you now.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But you know that Shakur. So the thing that interests me was that Shakur was right there, and I'll tell you why. But I want y'all to talk about what y'all thought about that. Chicken, what did you think about the situation? It was tragic, obviously.
Yeah, it was very tragic, and like he didn't even deserve it. He wasn't one of those rappers who was just out there doing crazy things. He was a chill, like he was the most chillest Migo that they had. But I feel like when you get to a certain level in your life, you need to cut the ghetto shit, the hood shit out. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And the fact that I seen a picture of Shakur there, and nobody's even coming forward like that about the killing, I know now they're gonna be questioning him. So I'm wondering what's gonna happen with him now. He in a situation that he really didn't probably want to be. I know for a fact didn't want to be in. And who's to say hell? Since they saying he accidentally got shot, Shakur could have accidentally got shot. So
Yeah.
it's just like I really hate it for Takeoff. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that
saying?
was really sad. That was really sad. Tiara, what were your thoughts when you heard about it? And I don't know if you saw that Shakur was in the picture or not. What were your thoughts on that?
See, I saw the video. I didn't know what was going on until then. I started hearing more about it. So I was like, okay, that's what that was. Because I thought, like, this isn't real, right? Then I found out that it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, in my profession, in my line of duty, what I do,
Yeah,
these things continue to happen. But yet, when is enough enough? That's the question.
yeah,
Like, really, when is enough enough?
right,
When is it going to be, let's take a stand to put the guns down? Let's take a stand to stop fighting and killing each other. Let's take a stand to stop attacking one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, when is enough enough? And I just wait for that day, because this is something that shouldn't have happened. I mean, that's ridiculous.
absolutely.
We're still doing stuff like that. We're still doing those things, taking lives like it's no tomorrow, like just taking lives recklessly for no reason. If you want to take a life, go to war.
Right, right.
Enlist in one of these militaries. If you hard like that,
Mm.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true.
it's like,
Yeah,
when is enough enough?
I'm with you, Jiffy. What were your thoughts when you saw that?
I think it's already a risk for just like everyday people, no matter where we are, what we do, where we're going. But then when you are somebody of a celebrity stature, you have to be careful of the situations that you put yourself in. They were
Yep.
in a public place that I
Yeah,
didn't hear about any security. Um, there was like a certain level of protection, but I think that again, when you're at a high like stature like that, if you want to be around your friends, that's fine, but it should be private. There was a lot of people there that they
No,
probably
it
didn't
supposed
even
to be in a
know.
private event. It was supposed to be in a private event of like 40 people there. And like I did read, some people do feel like it was a setup. Cause they seen a video of Jay Prince Jr. just walking by, you know what I'm saying, take off on the ground and not really like rendering aid.
well, think about it. Can we name 40 people right now that we truly can trust? And we don't have millions and change like that.
Yeah,
Are there 40 people that we know today that we can invite to our home that we would truly feel comfortable about being around them with drinking and whatever else was going on? I mean,
And
yeah. Like
gambling,
when I
shooting
say
dice.
private, I literally mean like immediate family, people that you can
right.
trust, that you know that you can have a
And even
disagreement with,
sometimes
and
that
he's not
goes
gonna
bad.
pull out a
Yeah,
Baby,
gun.
I don't even have 40 members of my family around me, baby.
that's my
I
point.
know.
That's my
Like at
point.
least, yeah, I think they're
uh-uh.
too famous to be in a public space like that, and to be
Exactly.
playing dice games. And he like people
Dice
in Houston take
games.
dice games
Yeah, they were playing
seriously.
dice. They were shooting
Yeah,
dice. And they
And
just
people used to
might
say
get
dice
mad because
games
his pockets was
seriously.
getting hit for
You-
$7,000. A multi-millionaire mad about $7,000.
You know, this is the thing. A lot of people, famous, wealthy people, get criticized because they move from their old neighborhood and they move to a different neighborhood, and that's where they want to live, and that's where they want to raise their family. That's where they want to have their significant others, their whoever, whatever.
This comment right here from Steven.
The culture is the problem. People are too quick to take offense and kill. You're not going to disrespect me,
Yeah,
etc.
Now
that's
for
true.
real, yep.
Yeah.
It is
You
it
step
is
on
true.
somebody's shoe, they might want to kill you.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that's messed up.
Yeah, I see it all the time. It's
It
crazy.
is true. Oh, I know you see it. Like why?
You wouldn't believe
Yeah.
the things people get killed for. You wouldn't believe it.
No,
You
it's
just
See,
true.
this is why I stay in my house and I shop online.
Yeah,
you just
I
exactly.
go
wouldn't
to the
believe
gym and I go home.
But that's the thing. So when as soon like I was a single mother many years ago, and I had to live where I could afford to live with me and my 8 kids. Well, guess what? As soon as I started making more money, and I'm nowhere near they are, we start moving on up like the Jeffersons.
You
know what I'm saying?
supposed to. Why would you want your family to be in
Be-
poverty? Baby,
because
I ain't
right,
broke, but
if it
I
wasn't
moved
good
up
for
to
us,
a
it's
nice
not going to
house.
be good for them. Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
But see,
But
back
I
when we
want to be
grew up,
able I want to be able to go look at my refrigerator and it's stainless steel. Yes, I do.
Right.
back,
Seriously.
back when we grew up, right? You can fight one of your friends,
Look at
and then
mine.
whoever win, you win. The fight is over. Now, oh no, baby. Now you might beef with somebody, and then 3 years later they coming to kill you. You know, and it's
Yes,
like
Yeah.
they still be
you still
holding
mad
grudges.
about that?
That's true. And jealousy too. I mean, if you come in there and they know you have money and you have money, well, they want that money. You know,
Yep, and
you just can't trust
that's just
people. Just really
disgusting,
can't.
though. You can get it the
I'm
same way I got it, working hard, slaving, and everything
exactly.
else. But people don't want to do that. People want to come up, stealing,
Easy.
robbing, killing, just not working,
Yeah.
scheming and scamming. That's mm-mm.
And God bless his soul. And you know, and everybody that was around, they're traumatized. You know, and the reason why I brought up Shakur is because he's so young. He's
Yeah,
so talented. He is on the path to be, you
Great.
know,
great.
great,
Yes.
undisputed. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to, in my opinion, think
Stay his ass
about
home.
where he's
Um,
going and change the crowd
yep.
because
But ain't that the reason
bullet.
why Andre Ward stopped managing him like that because he got with Jay Prince them and stuff?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well,
I
I
don't
was
know.
under the impression that Andre Ward was still his mentor, and if he is, it would make sense that he
I think he
wouldn't
is
be
mentor
with that
still.
He's
crowd
still his
because Andre
mentor, but
Ward.
he was managing him though at one point
Yeah,
in time.
Yeah,
Sometimes you have to let people go.
that's very true.
Yeah. Look, I think that, like you were saying earlier, Tierra, when you're in the sport of boxing, being dedicated to a high percentage is really important. So that is sacrificing nightlife and sacrificing things that you
Yeah,
ultimately want to do, drinking and smoking or whatever. Who knows what he was doing? But just being anywhere past a certain time is already a risk as like a regular
It's
person.
risky.
You know,
Yes.
people
right.
get shot just as like bystanders on
Going
a
again.
regular. But then
Yeah,
when you're like in a celebrity stature, that increases the risk.
most definitely. Most definitely.
Yep, definitely
Most
do.
definitely.
And I think Takeoff wasn't the only one who got shot. He was the only one who got killed, but it was two other innocent bystanders that got shot. It was a man and a woman. And they survived. They're in the hospital.
But
But
since they not celebrities, probably they don't even say nothing about them. They not.
yeah, like nobody
Yeah, I had no
knows who
idea.
they are.
I didn't know 2 other people got shot. See, that's a
I didn't
shame.
either. I didn't know. I had no idea.
I've been doing Jiffy Investigates. No.
Oh, I know you're good. Yeah, you have to have like your own
I've been
podcast.
saying, Jiffy, ain't you in Houston anyway?
Yeah.
She
Yeah, so
is.
you probably can get more insight because you are in Houston.
I think
I
it
might.
just goes back to just the person who said it's the culture.
Yeah.
And see, one thing about me, I don't like talking about a lot of things because I don't have time. This person, the culture, I don't have time for somebody to come at me with their opinion when it's like, this is fact. It's the culture. This is a fact. Listen to our music. Our music, right? Culturally speaking, our music talks about sex, drugs, violence, murder, robbery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cause you gotta realize back then the music was about love. So men wanted to be in love with their woman. They wanted to just make love to their woman. Now it's just like
bitch, I'll slap you, hoe.
Right.
Yeah, career.
And now women,
Yeah, it's like
now women are stuck in between of how we value ourselves because we want to be loved so bad that we don't even know what love is.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the culture. It's the culture.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is too is like the song's about getting money. Yeah, getting money, but how are we getting money?
Right, how we get money?
Money by maybe getting education or not getting education,
right?
But working hard,
working hard. Or you getting money by slinging dope, and basically you're getting money by
scamming.
By scamming and slinging dope, which that slinging of the dope is causing someone else's life to be ruined. Someone else's child has to watch their parent high as hell every night, no food in their refrigerator because of what you're doing to get your money.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Crystal, you're right. I definitely feel like Shakur is committed to the sport of boxing. I do too. He is a special talent. I'm convinced that he did not intentionally place himself in near danger, quite possibly wrong place, wrong time. But see, that's what we're talking about. I agree with you. But there's a time where you have to say, okay, I have to change the way I move.
Yep.
Because I'm in this
You
situation.
see him post a lot that he's always out.
Right. You don't want everybody to know where you're at.
Where you at?
Every move, what you have on, how you're throwing money here, how you're throwing money there. Yes, it's impressive. Yes, people look up to you. But then there's also those people that are like, I'm
envious.
You got more haters than you got supporters. You got more haters than you got supporters. Know that.
That's how that rapper recently PNB, he got shot at the he got robbed at the Chicken and Waffles in California.
Yeah.
So they were posting like where he was.
Exactly. Move in silence. Move in silence. Yes, show people what you do. You can do it too. But you don't have to tell everybody where you're at all times. And you don't have to be flashing money at all times. It's dangerous. There's somebody watching that envies you, that hates you, that despises you, that wants what you have, and they will take it by any means necessary. And we just have to do that.
But see, that goes back to the culture, like the person said. I know all of you have seen that Instagram picture maybe like a few years ago, and it's true. You have the guy who is like has all the money in the bank, but he's dressed so like raggedy. He got on a t-shirt with some shorts, and then you have the other guy who's got like 10 chains around his neck. You know what I'm saying? Like for what?
Lives in somebody's garage or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
it's the culture. It's the culture, and it's just it's not right. It's not accurate.
Well,
it's
and the thing
it's self-destructive. What's that song?
Yeah.
You're headed to self-destruction. It's true. Listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody just said.
Possibly, you know, and we don't teach as a society. We do not teach our youth and our children, and we. I mean, I personally wasn't taught. I don't know about y'all, but to invest, to save.
I've been getting taught to do it, so that's why I was able to. I've been lucky to be around people who told me, who tells me, "Hey, do this." You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day. And then at the end of the day, I'm an athlete that's not even able to dress how I want to dress a lot. So I don't have to spend my money on all these designer clothes on designers who don't even like black people like that anyway.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty much.
The only color they see is green. The only color they see is green. But the first thing that some of these youth do is go and buy a gold chain or this or that, some you know. Instead of
don't own no property.
No property.
Exactly.
Oh, no property.
What's your savings account look like?
And then they get these chains, these special names and stuff on it, they don't pretty much devalue the actual of the chain of the diamonds and stuff. At the end of the day, don't nobody want to buy no chain that says Big Rick on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
You get in a pinch and you can't sell Big Rick.
Okay.
That
I ain't gonna
something
melt
that
that
if
down.
you get in a pinch, it's gained value and you can unload it. You're absolutely right. Before we get to the end, I want y'all's predictions. So this weekend we have a good fight, good matchup to me. We have Bivol and Ramirez, and so I want to get y'all's predictions on who y'all think is gonna win. So
Bivol.
we'll start.
Bivol.
Who said Bivol? Y'all said Bivol?
Me.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50. I want Dimitri to win because I feel like first of all, I love saying their names. Dimitri and Zerto. Like you can say their first name or their last name and it still sounds good. But I feel like his momentum is there just from beating Canelo. But I would love to see now him fighting somebody the caliber of Zerto. And Zerto got a chip on his shoulder for the Mexican people. So we know it's gonna be a banger.
Jiffy, I'm with you. I'm 50-50. I am 50-50 because both of them have so much on their backs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you. I'm 50-50 too. So we got two 50-50s and we got two Bivols.
I feel like Bivol is still trying to solidify his worthiness.
Yeah.
Because people are such Canelo fans and everybody thought nobody predicted that Canelo was gonna lose at all. So the fact that Bivol won,
beautiful too.
The fact that Bivol won, people are like, oh, it's because it's not that wasn't Canelo's weight class. So now somebody
it's always an excuse.
Neither was the other one.
Just
right.
To say that I wanted to bring it up too, because just like what if Terrence Crawford does beat Earl Spence, then they gonna say, well, he waited to after his car wreck. They gonna make an excuse of why he's gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Look, that's just like what Jake Paul said. He said if I walk on water, they're gonna say it's because I can't swim.
Like you can never really make you can't really make non-athletes happy. It's always people who can't even throw a 1-2. They got the most to say about a fighter.
No, they're in their living room dictating these people these boxers like y'all go out and do every day and sacrifice. They're telling y'all what y'all need to be doing, which to me is ridiculous. Yeah. But before we wrap it up, so I got a little fun question for y'all.
Okay.
So I have four bouts, and I want to know which one y'all would like to see in a rematch. Okay.
Okay.
So Jiffy, I'm gonna start with you this way. I'm gonna start with you. Okay. So we have the Shields and Marshall fight. We have the Mayer Baumgartner. We have the Taylor Serrano, and we have Sanisa Marlin. For the rematches, which one of those, and you can only pick one, would you like to see?
Oh no! Okay. I don't want to see Shields and Marshall again. Like it's over with for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Amanda and Katie, that's over with for me too.
Okay. So we have Sanisa Marlin left and Mayer Baumgartner. Which one?
Yeah, I know when I was on last week, I said as a boxer, I would love to see Alicia and Michaela fight, but as a human, I'm like, girl, no, you lost that. You didn't put the rematch clause. And also it wasn't an exciting fight like I thought it was gonna be.
Right.
I want my bestie to get the rematch. You know, I want Marlene to get her rematch.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Marlene and Sanisa because I feel like she deserves that rematch.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. All right. So Sierra. Those four, which one, you're going to pick one, would you like to see again?
Okay, first off, I'm gonna start by seconding what you said, I think that Marlene does deserve her rematch.
Okay.
Marlene does deserve her rematch. Look at her pedigree, look at her resume, look at all she's done for the sport of women's boxing. Okay. So therefore, I do think she deserves her rematch. Now
Okay.
that we got that out the way, Taylor versus Serrano all day.
Man,
Okay.
all my life I was saying that too. Like, bro, I swear to God,
Okay.
like,
Taylor
All day.
Serrano.
All day.
bro, that was a lit ass fight,
Oh,
and I
that
felt
fight
like
lived up to
Serrano
the hype.
won.
It gave us everything we wanted to see.
See,
Yes,
I thought,
everything.
I don't know if it's because I'm Puerto Rican, but I thought that Amanda won that fight.
I
But I
think
I
had
she
did
pulled it
seen
out.
too.
it through
I
different
did too. I
lenses.
was there. I was there.
I was there looking flying in a kite.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was trying to meet up with you
You
so
were.
bad,
You were
Tiara.
flying
I
in
was
the
trying to
kite.
meet
Yes,
up
you
with
were.
you.
Yes. Yes, you were.
But
Yes,
now
you
the fact
were.
that it's going to be in Ireland,
Oh yeah, it's like, but you know, it's still
Okay.
gonna be a good payday. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So Tiara, I see that Serrano be talking to you and saying she be having something in store for you. Like, do you really think that she's gonna try to do something for you? Cause she keep fighting. I would assume you would at least be on the undercard or something. So why did you keep saying that? But I haven't seen the action
Like,
behind it, bro. At that point,
so
stop saying that to me,
you
cause
hear
I
that,
feel like you're
Amanda?
selling.
You hear that, Amanda?
Yeah,
She's calling
she's
you
selling
out.
you a dream, bro. Cause it's like, nigga, she can put you on. So why she keep saying she got something in store for you, and then it ain't like you be talking to her
nah,
and
but
asking
you
her.
never know because she got a team too, just like Errol Spence got a team.
She'd be
Man,
like,
say,
well,
hey, Tiara, you know what's up. You know what I'm talking about, bro. I see her, like, I like Amanda and everything as a fighter or whatever, but, like, she keep on coming on your stuff saying she got something for you. She got some, like, what? Because at the end of the day, y'all do fight in the same weight class. What, she trying to be nice so that you to be like, well, you want to fight me for the belts or something? Like, what?
well, I think that things take time.
Mm.
And
Patience is a person.
I think things take time, especially great things take time. I will say that I believe what she says.
You
I
believe?
do
Okay.
believe I do believe what she says. I do believe that she has a team. Now I would love to be on some of these fights that she be on, the
Yeah,
great
bro.
call on the cars. I mean that would be a great thing, but I know things take time and I know that everyone has someone that they have to answer to. But I like me and Christine talk about what God has for me is
Mm-hmm.
going to be for me in his time when he thinks I'm ready. I think
right,
I'm ready right now, yesterday, last
right,
week.
right,
Right.
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 Right. But we can't be
But
self-righteous. We gotta wait on the righteousness.
Cause I'm
right.
not gonna lie to you, Aaron. Like I told Miss Christine one day, I said, bro, I don't know what the hell is going on, bro. But this is like fucking Tiara Brown, bro. Like this is fucking Tiara Brown, bro. Like yeah, quit playing. It's like,
Chicken.
Right,
bro,
Boy,
you supposed to
look,
be up
this
there.
should be a
right.
chicken investigate. See y'all in the comments.
But I appreciate you being word for the
you,
channel.
yep, yep. So no, don't see. I was
After
torn.
boxing, we gonna do reporting.
That's
Right.
what facts. See that's the thing. I was torn between Taylor Serrano and Mayor Baumgartner because I just felt like I would have been okay with a draw with Mayor Baumgartner.
Yeah,
And then with Taylor Serrano, man, let's run it back. It
run
was
it
Let's
so
run
back.
that back. That
exciting.
was exciting.
It was
Yeah.
like, oh my
Yeah.
God. I could not
Hey,
wait
it
for
was so
those two
loud in
fights.
there, you couldn't even hear nothing. Like I've never seen her that loud for a woman's, for anybody fight,
Ever.
unless it was Canelo fighting. But like that stadium was
So
packed. It was packed. It was loud as hell. You couldn't hear nothing. I'm talking
Yeah.
about, man, you could
I
feel the
love it.
energy. You could feel the energy. I
Taylor and
wanted to
Serrano, they
cry.
fought. Taylor and Serrano fought like Michaela and Alicia talked.
Talk.
Like we thought that
Yes,
fight was
Hmm,
gonna
yes,
be.
hmm.
yes, they
Yeah.
did.
And
Wow.
and
Okay.
Serrano and Taylor, they were very
say
respectful
anything.
of each
Yeah.
other. Didn't say anything like derogatory.
So
Didn't
when
make
they got
women
in
look
there,
bad or any of that.
yeah, yeah. No, those are good. Those are good, ladies. I appreciate y'all so much
Right.
for coming
I
tonight.
thought I was going to see a knockout or something.
I thought I was gonna see a knockout. I thought somebody was getting knocked out.
I thought
It's
somebody was gonna get walked like a
I
dog.
thought somebody
I
was
thought somebody was gonna walk like a dog.
it seemed like it. It seemed like it. So chicken. Last words. What's
Yeah.
going on with you? You got a fight coming up too. Let's talk.
Yes, November
Last words. Where
26th,
can
you
people
guys.
find you?
November.
Yes. Say it again.
Find me
I'm
on
sorry.
IG. Just put in. I mean, you can find me on everything. If you put in Shay Metcalf or chicken, I'm gonna pop up the real Slim Goody. I'm all that. You know, just come. You can, everybody gonna find me
Wait, where did that chicken come from?
because it used to be chicken sticks. Cause I used to
Chicken
run
stick.
track. Yeah, so I took the sticks off and just be
Her
chicken.
legs were chicken sticks.
That's cute.
It is. It is. Tierra, last words. Where can people find you? And then we're gonna post the link for your fight next week.
So anyone can find me on Facebook, Tierra Brown, on Twitter, Tierra Brown Box. But my thing is Instagram. I love the gram. My Instagram is Tierra.anointed. I love Instagram. You follow me, I'll follow you back. I write my fans back. You know, I try to be approachable. I mean, at the end of the day, I just like inspiring people. I like being a motivator. So yeah, follow me on Instagram. We can chat it up. Hey, let's take down those pounds or take them down brown because I'm also a personal trainer. You know, I
Yeah.
got my hands in the pot. I'm doing my health and wellness. You know, I'm
Yes.
trying to be a businesswoman.
I know
Mm-hmm.
that's right. I know that's right. Jiffy, what you got going on? Where can people find you?
I'm Jiffy
Any of these
Morales
women
on
are
all.
business, by the way.
Oh yeah, we're all business women. I'm Jiffy Morales on all platforms. I don't have Twitter though. I think I'm. Ugh, I can't
Hey,
do
You're
it.
good staying
I
on
wasn't
Twitter.
on Twitter. I got back on Twitter when like Donald Trump was the president because he was just so funny. But
He was
everybody,
like,
but I'm telling you right now, if you think a place is toxic, Twitter is the most toxic place ever.
yes,
They will
Yeah,
take you down.
yeah, you don't.
And the
yeah.
people from the
You don't.
UK, they are the meanest. The people from the
Dang, I
UK are
need
the
to. I
meanest.
don't know if I got the energy for that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Thanks,
I'm always
baby.
on Instagram too. Like I
Twitter will
stay
make
on
you cry.
Instagram.
Twitter will make you cry.
This
Twitter's
girl
just
done went
so
to the
violent.
grocery store and everything.
Well, that's good. Thank y'all so much. All I gotta say is, Bud, get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. And thank you all for coming on. Thanks for everybody in the chat. We love to love you. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Another great show. Thanks to you, ladies. Let's go and support them, follow them, hit the like button, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. Thank you. Y'all have a good night and God bless.
Thank y'all for coming out
Bye.
to chat
Thank
with
you.
us.